Hi, my name is Tata, and this is the School of Awareness. And today I want to talk to you about something that's personal to me, but also I think is really important. And if we had all the mystery schools, we would have learned about it then, but we don't. But now we're going to learn about it. So I'm going to talk about sight without seeing. And first, I want us to drop into the space that we know so well by now. And so we take 3 deep breaths, and with the out breath, we let our breath go back to the awareness. So we breathe in and we breathe out. We breathe in and we breathe out. And we breathe in and we breathe out. Our eyes are closed. We smile in gratitude to our teachers, to this earth, to all spiritual beings, to the space of awakening, to the presence of God. And we remember that the breath we let go is no longer our breath. It's the collective breath. And in this space, we're going to just sit. Like the happy Buddha, you're going to sit. This all gets very heady, so I like to think about the happy Buddha. Just sit into yourself. Sit into your presence. Sit into this space and just let your breath rest. Let everything rest on this breath of God. Just rest here. Just be present in this space. And in this space, we're going to ask some questions. We're going to ask these questions. Can you feel something? Is something seeing? Is something listening? Is there something aware of everything that's going in and on here? If object comes in, if mind comes in, if color comes in, we just release them because they don't belong in this space. And we fall back into this resting presence with our eyes closed and just be aware of what you're seeing. Are you seeing anything? Are you seeing space? Are you seeing light? Are you seeing object? We don't want object here. We just want the resting space of presence. So allow yourself to rest here. And again, just be still. Really, really, really still. And just feel this space, this awareness. Just feel it. And in this space, what are you seeing? And now as we come out of the space, we gently, gently open our eyes and we orient to the space, to our 3D life to the world, we look around, we come back to ground. And now, do you feel a different kind of seeing? So, we're going to talk about seeing without sight. The sight that we've learned about is our physical sight, the beauty of our eyes that can show us the present, that can show us the future. Something shows us the past, but it's not the physical eyes. And then we drop into the space of awareness, or we go into the dream state, or we have the imagination state, or any of those states. If you close your eyes, you're seeing. You're seeing images, you're seeing stories, you're seeing all that, but your eyes are shut. Your physical eyes are closed. That's what we're going to explore. So, one of the things that I learned in my life is that I've trained with the Bon, and the Bon are the pre Tibetan, well, they're the Tibetan Buddhist indigenous religion, and they're pre-Buddhism. And one of the things that the Bon do, their geishas, who are their high teachers, their high lamas, they do something called a dark retreat. And in this dark retreat, they stay. It's a space that has no light. They are fed through 4 layers of curtains. They have some kind of accommodation in there, but they have no light. Sometimes they stay for 3 weeks, sometimes they stay for months. And what are they searching for in there? They are searching to find the light of God, the light that is your awareness can see. It sees in a very particular sensory way, not in the way that your eyes see, but it sees the wholeness. So, in this awareness, in this space, what is it that's seeing? If we've experienced dark nights of the soul, most of us have. If you're in this room with me, chances are you've experienced dark nights of the soul, and everything falls away. And in those dark nights, there is great sanctity because out of it comes the light. Why is that? Why does the light come out through the darkness? So, I have a personal thread in here that I'm going to share with you. In the School of Awareness, I've told you that when I was young, I always wanted to see Jesus in his human suit. I wanted to see him in front of me. I wanted to speak with him. And the eyes became very important. Now, part of this was that I was a Catholic and that they told me he was coming back. So I was waiting for him. But I wanted to use these eyes to see him out there. And that's what the seeker does. He's searching for something out there. And then we fast forward 60 years, and I just go to get new glasses like old people do. They get new glasses. And the doctor says, go to the eye hospital. And I thought, okay. I go to the eye hospital and they tell me the veils of my eyes are closing and that I am going blind. So gradually. And the wonderful thing about, if there's anything wonderful about sight diseases, about this one that I have, is that it's gradual. So the veils fall slowly. So your mind has the ability to adjust. But the funny thing about it for me was that I never took it personally. I never thought, Why am I going blind? What is this about now? I never thought that. I thought there's another way of seeing and that I don't need these eyes anymore. And so gradually, slowly, they're fading into darkness. I can still see light. I can still read a little, not a lot, but a little. But it isn't about that. You lose touch with the physicality and the constructs of the outside world, and you fall back. Now, I was blessed because I was already on the path of awakening at that point. So I knew very clearly about the soul's eyes and the eyes of awareness. But if you didn't know that, it would be a very, very, very dark and scary time. But what I found is the more the eyes close, my physical eyes close, and the more that the presence and the awakening settles, it just becomes a falling back and a switch in perspective. It's an openness. It's not a closed sight. The physical eyes are partial to object. The eyes of awareness are not. They see everything. And if you talk to people that are in the stages of this awakening process, they will tell you that sometimes they see 2D, sometimes they see 3D, sometimes they'll see flat screen completely. So their eyes are shifting. Now, I happen to be losing my sight at the same time as this is going on. So it can be a little disorienting. But at the same time, as you fall back into this practice that we do here in this school, if you fall back into this awareness and you get to know the eyes of your soul, oh, they are so beautiful. They see everything, they love everything, they look for goodness and light in everything. And it is the most amazing shift of awareness. It softens your seeing. And I want you all, you don't need to lose your sight. You don't need to do anything. You just need to play. Just play in your daily life. Close your eyes. Hey, what am I seeing? What am I feeling? Or when you're going to sleep at night, what's going on right before sleep? What's going on here? What's seeing? And those are the eyes of the awareness. And I want you to get to know those eyes because they're very beautiful and they're very different from these ones. So practice, enjoy. You have these incredible gifts that we don't use. Use your gifts. I love you. Thank you for joining my channel. I feel your presence and I bless you. Amen.